Ready when you are.
Good morning, I'm Brian Smallwood with Villa Realty Group in Cape Coral, Florida. I'm here with Mr. Yates out of Maryland, Chesapeake, Maryland. And he is now a happy new homeowner here in Cape Coral. I'd like to share with you today a little bit about his experience in purchasing a home here in Southwest Florida. Ralph, you came to me by way of my website, internet.
I did.
What brought you to the website?
Well, it was a pop-up, I believe, when I was doing some searching in the Cape Coral area. And because of it, I've got quite an education through your expertise.
Okay.
We were looking for a home in Cape Coral, and our time frame was such that we could take our time to do it. And coming down here was probably one of the better things that we've done. You gave us a good education, and I think we ended up with a fairly decent deal.
Okay. So you've obviously bought and sold some real estate in the past. You're pretty savvy as far as buying and ownership of real estate.
I thought I was, but I'm not.
Okay. And probably up in that area of Chesapeake, that's probably your expertise. What did you learn about the Southwest Florida market?
Well, not to believe everything that you read. There's a lot of false images, a lot of false statements out there. And a lot of things have gone on to determine how the market is in different parts of the area, and things that cause sales down here. But what I learned was that you were on our side, and that it worked out well. You hung with us for 6 days, 7 days, every day, and it turned out it was good. And
we spent quite a bit of time before you ever came down communicating on the telephone.
We spent probably every bit of a month back and forth 3 times a week.
Yeah. And how do you think that played into your knowledge coming into this market?
You were trying to tell me a lot of things. I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening.
Okay.
But I came down here, and you start talking to people, other people, getting the input, and then I get your input, and you put it all together, and you find out that you are in touch with what goes on in Cape Coral.
And we looked at numerous homes ranging probably $100,000 to $150,000 in value.
Even more than that,
okay.
Yes.
And looking for a specific property. Now the homes that we looked at earlier on, obviously everybody wants to start at the lowest amount that they have to spend. Compared to where we ended up, taking some of those homes that needed repairs and to make them personal to you, everything, the combination of things. But if we would have settled for $100,000 less, do you feel like you would have probably had to spend $100,000 to make it into what you bought?
Probably.
It was all relative.
Right.
So buying a fixer-upper, ultimately, you still would have spent the money anyhow.
And there's a factor that I'm not familiar with the area at all. I don't know any contractors. I don't know any builders. I factored in a lot of things. But all in all, I feel we were better to go ahead and boost up our criteria and do what we did.
Well, the fact that Villa Realty is also a building company, general contractor. I am also a personal licensed building contractor. Do you think that my experience and knowledge about homes helped you in your decision-making process?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
In what way do you think?
Well, I asked you a lot of questions, and you gave me answers. And if you didn't know it, what was important was you came to me right out and said, I don't know.
Right.
Speculation was relatively few.
Right.
You just gave what I considered to be valid information, and then when I checked on a couple things on my own, it just confirmed what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
It worked out well.
Yeah. Now, also, unlike any other agents I'm aware of in here, I give this 25-point guarantee. It says if I do answer questions just with a yes answer, not knowing the answer, I will actually throw in my commission for giving wrong information, not taking interest. People that just say, oh, yes, everything's yes. I mean, did you ever feel like that was important for you or give confidence?
Honestly, in the beginning, I didn't. I didn't. It didn't mean anything. Then when I got to know you, I got to take a little more appreciation for what you had written up.
Right.
And yeah.
And that's exactly. Everybody discounts it. They just think yeah. But do you think I was true to that value?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
So if you obviously you must feel like you could have landed anywhere in the WW world. Okay. Probably searched many other websites. Do you feel like you would have been as successful or the process have gone as well had you maybe ended up somewhere else?
I Probably not, honestly. We'll never know for sure, but I'm happy with what you've done. It's more than what we wanted, but I shouldn't say that. It's not. It's what we wanted, and I think we ended up paying a reasonable amount of money for it.
Now, when it came to the actual negotiation process, how do you feel like my experience lent to your benefit?
It did. It did. It made a difference. It did. You are dedicated to what you do. That's no bull.
I appreciate that. And again, I do take a sincere interest. 35 years in the area, and I do know the market very well. What would you say to somebody that might be in your shoes, just starting out for the first time, where you were 6, 8, 10 weeks ago? What would you have to say about my services versus the next possible phone call that somebody might make and say, "Hi, I'm a realtor at Cape Coral, Florida"?
Well, I would say, that Brian is going to offer you good, sound advice. Granted, you have to make your own decisions as to what you want to do, but the advice that he offers needs to be highly considered. And of course, you decide what you want to do from there. But it's good advice you gave.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Best compliment I can have is a happy customer. Welcome to Cape Coral, and look forward to you guys coming down. We'll be neighbors.
I'll be bugging you, I'm sure, for different types of things. Who does this, who does that. But I appreciate what you've done very much.
Thanks again. Appreciate your business.
Okay.
Got it. Perfect. Now I got to turn the record button.